All right. Good morning. My name is Misty, and I am a travel agent with Vibing with Misty, and this is Mindset and Motivation with Misty. If you guys don't mind, I wanted to ask you, I kind of like to start off with like checking yourself where you're at right now. So like where do you mind sharing where your mindset is currently before we start going through everything?
I just finished completing my steps for success, so I'm kind of just
That's
keep
that's a uh achievement.
so I'm just signing up for all of my suppliers and just trying to get myself out there.
So how do you feel right now? Like, um, what are your feelings about everything right now? Like what's to come, where you're at right now? Like,
I just feel like I'm trying to just get myself organized to do, set up my daily tasks of what I need to do daily.
okay. What about you, Katie?
Um, I guess I'm apprehensive, and that's only because my self-confidence is really low lately. So I'm I feel like my brain is in a straitjacket
Mm, mm,
because I know what I need to do, I know what I want to do, I know
mm.
what's going to be beneficial, but I'm I'm holding myself back, and I'm not like I said, like I know what I need to do. I know that positive mindset. I, I, I know it all, but I'm just completely numb and in a straitjacket.
I'm so glad that you said that because we're going to go over a lot of that stuff, and that is 100% absolutely normal and part of life and the process, right? So we'll definitely touch on that. So I'm really glad that you said that. I know Beth, you're traveling, so I don't know if you're able to share at all. I see something in the chat too. Oh, give me a moment. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide. So right now, me.
I can do it
Oh,
afterwards,
oh, okay,
okay?
good. Yeah. Okay, so for me right now, I'm in a good mindset right now. I'm feeling good. I gave myself some time to recharge and reset. And I'm kind of just like in the middle. I'm not like feeling super high energy where I'm going, but I'm also not like at a low to where I feel overwhelmed or like I've hit a wall or anything. I'm kind of just like in the middle, you know? So I think I'm neutral, but that's okay. It's okay to be in neutral too. So and especially if you are able to check yourself, know where you're at, understand where you're at, and then know, how to move through it or with it. So we'll touch on that. So let's just take this moment to reset. It's really good to kind of just like stop and clear your mind and just take some couple of like cleansing breaths. And that way we could just be clear and open and ready to absorb everything that we're about to talk about. So if you guys are okay with, and if you're in a position where you can close your eyes, and we're just going to take a couple of cleansing breaths together. So close your eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in. Hold it for about 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4, and let it all out. And try to let all of it out. And again, in, hold it, and out. There's something about just centering yourself. Go ahead and open your eyes. Shake it out if you need to. Taking deep breaths just really like does something to your body. That oxygen just, it's like It is, it's a reset. So let's move on to. So I want to talk about your circumstances. I want to talk about whatever you have going on currently in your life, whatever your background is, whatever obstacles that you have currently going on. It's important to know that those don't define your ability to be successful. And although it could potentially make it a little bit more difficult to reach your goals, it's not it. You are the person that is going to make or break yourself and reach your goals or not. So you have to just get out of the thought process of, oh my gosh, all this stuff is going on, I'm never going to be able to do this, or you know, any kind of negative thoughts that you might have about whatever it is that you're going through, and it affecting your ability to be successful. You have to try to really exercise your brain into knowing that you're stronger than this, you're better than this, you're able to work harder than this, whatever it is. We all have circumstances, we all have things in our lives, we all have different upbringings, we all have something, and we don't know each other's stories necessarily, but I know that every single one of you, including myself, has something or some things that make it difficult to just put all your focus in your success. But if you can really shift your thought process, the way you see it, the way you perceive it, the way you see yourself doing it, achieving it, you can really like break out of that mentality, and things will start happening, whether you are forcing it or not. Like if you just think about it happening, know that it's going to happen, and we'll talk more about that. Just shift that mindset. So try not to let whatever your current circumstances are affect you negatively in that.
Ah, headlights?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a thing called that I learned as a life coach called your critter brain. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. It's also could be your ego, or it is your ego. But what it is our brains, our subconscious mind wants to protect us at all costs. And so when we start something new, like starting our own business, we know that there's a lot of stuff that has to take place in order to be success. And we know that it's going to be a journey, and we know that it could take some time. And those are all things that are scary and difficult. And so what will happen is our critter brain will kick in and will try to talk us out of doing it, because it's a protection mode. I stay comfortable. Don't it's not going to work, so I'm not going to do it. Just don't do it, so it's just your thoughts will kind of start talking you out of it, or oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to work as hard as that person, or I'm never going to be able to do that, or how is this going to work? Am I even doing everything? It's just the self-talk that happens, and it's literally you are just trying to protect yourself. So you have to hear those things, recognize it, and be like, whoa, okay, I know what's happening. That I'm trying to protect myself. This is my critter brain trying to talk me out of doing the hard work, getting out of my
Safety of
comfort zone.
survival.
The safety of survival. That's exactly it. So if you can recognize it and see that, and stop it in the moment, and there's going to be times where it's going to be difficult, and you might not even be able to stop it in that moment, but just know that you need to stop it at some point in the very, very near future. I really believe in giving yourself grace, and we'll talk about that too. But if ever I'm in a situation where something really negative is happening to me, where I'm either really upset about it, or like I want to like talk crap because I'm mad about somebody or something that something did to me, or, you know, if I'm worried about like something financially, like any of those things, I tell myself, okay, I am giving you this day to phone a friend, somebody who you is okay with you unloading on them. Don't ever just unload on anybody without asking if it's okay. Somebody that's okay with you unloading on them. If you want to be angry, if you want to feel like, you know, mad, like crying, whatever, I let myself. But then when you put your head on that pillow and you wake up tomorrow, that was yesterday. Today's today. And there's something about doing that that really like helps me get through those moments, but then it helps me not allow it to bog me down and spiral, because it's easy. It's really easy. The more you talk about the negative things, the more you're just feeding into it. So what I try to do is shift and talk about positive things and feed into the positive. So that's another little tool. So the next slide is tools for success. Identify your strengths and your resources to build on. So what resources and tools do we have? We have our mentors, our leadership, and our peers, and we are very, very blessed with the best. We have a great group of people, all from all levels, from all stages, all experiences, different styles, and the fact that we're all open to helping each other, learning from each other, growing with each other. I think that we are a step ahead of a lot of people just because of that. So that's why that's our number one, because that's number one to me. Our live trainings and our recorded trainings, staying plugged in, that's a major tool for us. The more we fall out of staying in a routine of attending trainings, even if it's just one or two a day, there's something about that group set, that all of our minds working together, that camaraderie of us all on the same journey together. It does something to generate more success to you. Our T website, Discord, and our Facebook Messenger, that's another way for us. That's a resource for us to reach out when we have questions, or cheer each other on, and get all of our information from. And then there's things like ChatGPT, Google, Canva. Those are major tools for our businesses, our social media, the way we market ourselves, Meta, all of those things. So those are some major tools that we have. And then your own personal strengths. Are you super organized? Are you very computer savvy? Are you a really good researcher? Are you super creative? Are you good with people? You know, do you like to teach people? Everybody has their strengths. And so the fact that we all come together and we share our strengths with one another, that's a major tool for us. So I think that we're all really lucky to have the tools that we have for this specific thing that we're doing, which is travel agent, building a business. Now we want to set the stage for action. You want to create your clear vision and plan for your goals. And we all have gone to Beth's goal setting one or more times. And that is such a good thing, because something about writing down your goals, there's something about thinking about like, oh, okay, why am I doing this? Really thinking about your why, writing it down, and then breaking it down into your goals. Okay, well, what are my goals? My 30, 60, 90 day goals. Breaking it down to, okay, so that's my 30-day goal. What do I have to do every day to reach that goal? Breaking that down to, okay, so when I'm doing my trainings, what do I have to do? Take notes, record, whatever it is, rewatch, apply, and then come back and go to the training again, and then apply it, and then training and apply it. So there's really something about the knowing and seeing it in your mind of what you want to achieve, but then taking action. So trust your vision, trust that it's going to happen, but then take action. See it, feel it, trust that it's going to happen, but take action. I love the visual part of everything. I love the manifesting of everything, but you can't manifest something if you don't take action. And for me, I've learned that if I let go of control, and because I'm naturally a controlling person with my life and things like that, try to control situations. If I let go of that control and I just go towards what feels right in the moment, I get there so much faster. So when something doesn't feel good or I'm not feeling good about it, I take a step back. But if it's feeling really good, then I'll go, 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 go. So I just really trust my intuition, my gut, and my feelings and where I'm at. And when I really feel like something, the action is there, I take action. And taking action could be as simple as setting down a goal of I am going to commit to 2 trainings a day. So that's my action, my 2 trainings a day. Okay, I'm going to commit to posting in 5 groups in the beginning of the day and 5 groups towards the end of the day. That's my taking action. So if I don't feel like doing that, I'm still going to do those things because I know those are the things that I need to do to get towards my goals. When I'm saying if it doesn't feel right, don't do it, I mean like something major. So like if my decision is should I you know, should I buy this couch or whatever? Or maybe I should wait a little bit and wait until my finances are a little bit better. If buying the couch makes you feel sick a little bit, don't buy the couch. But if buying the couch makes you excited and you're like, no, you know, buying this couch, I'll be okay because I know I can do this, that, and the other to get it, then get the couch. That's the only example I could come up with off the top of my head right now. I don't know why that was the example, but I just want to paint that picture of what I'm talking about of like your gut feeling on things, but take the action. Okay, let's see. Oh, and this is my favorite part because this is the hippy dippy stuff that I love and embrace. I call it adult pretending. It feels so good to me. It makes me so like la 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 and it's what I enjoy. So I'm super big on not worrying about how something's going to happen and knowing that it will happen. And when I realized this, the weirdest things would happen. Like, I can't think of any examples off the top of my head because it literally happens all the time. But I'll want something and I'll just throw it out there, and then these different things will fall into place, and then all of a sudden, there it is. And I would have never expected it to manifest that way. So, and it's exciting when that happens. So, it's important to stay positive, stay in a positive mindset, stay in a knowing mindset of knowing that I'm here for a reason. This is what I want. And the outcome is X, Y, and Z. I'm going to get there. I'm not going to worry about how I'm going to get there. As long as I stay positive, focus on the good, know it's going to happen, be confident in that it's going to happen, and the confidence will grow the longer you're doing it, the more you learn, apply, learn, apply, learn, and apply, the more you're going to see that coming to you, that good success, little things happening, being commenting on somebody's Facebook post randomly because it popped up and you felt pulled to do it, and then all of a sudden that person DMing you and wanting you to book them a $10,000 trip, something like that. You know what I mean? Those things can happen as long as you're putting in the action and you're positive about it and you're focusing on knowing that it's going to happen. The more you try to like force it to happen or make it happen or like well, if I post in five a day and nobody's messaging me, Well, then what's the point of doing that? Well, right there, boom, you're not going to get anything good out of that because you're automatically knowing or setting yourself up for failure. The way I think of it as I'm going to post in 5 groups a day in the morning and in the evening and then some, and I'm not going to worry about who's going to reach out to me. I'm not going to worry about if anybody's responding to my comments. I'm not going to worry about if I get any likes on the video. I know that people are looking at it. I know the right people are going to see it. I know the right people are going to reach out to me. I'm not going to worry about what happens to those specific posts. I'm going to throw them out there and know that the right people, it's going to reach the right people, and then they're going to come to me. Okay, this part is really important. It's not as fun as the last part, but it's just as important. Owning your journey to success, taking ownership and initiative are crucial for your success. This is our business as individuals. So what I do with my business is my business, and I can't expect anyone else to have responsibility for what I have going on in my business. And I'll just use this as an example. I'm not saying this is what happens, but this is just an example. Let's say one of the leadership or mentor, you see them in a certain way where like you think that they are, the bee's knees are like the best. And then they say something or do something that doesn't feel right, or like you feel like, well, maybe they didn't react to me the way that I would have wanted them to, and so now you have a negative like thought about it, and so now you're like, well, you just stop doing the things because now it's like, well, I didn't really like that, so I don't know, I don't really feel, and I'm saying this because this happened to me, not with this business but with another business. My leadership was terrible, and I met them in person and I did not get I felt like they didn't care. And I stopped. I had a team of 50 people in another thing. And I just stopped doing it because I was like, I didn't feel good about it. And that was me. That was my critter brain kicked in, found the green light for one little thing that could stop me from doing it. And I allowed it to take over instead of saying, what she does not affect my business. If it's good, I'm going to ride that. But if it's not, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to move on. We're running our own businesses. We get to use all of these amazing tools, but in the end, this is our own business. Whoops. See, I just love that slide so much. I wanted to go back to it. Okay. So this part, this is a repeat. This is how we exercise our brains, exercise our mindset. Being in this positive, I can do anything mindset is not natural. We weren't taught that as kids. I teach my kids that, and I'm seeing them as adults, what's happening with them now. And I'm so happy that I was able to teach them that, because the way they think is just like, oh, it's so satisfying. And it's so like, what's the word whenever, validating. It's so validating. And so because we weren't taught that, we have to really practice it. And it doesn't come natural, but you have to keep practicing. And now that you are starting, anytime you hear yourself thinking a negative thought, try to stop yourself, like, whoa, and then switch it. And it could be anything, like even when you're trying to like do affirmations or manifest, if you're saying, I am debt free, you're using the word debt, which is it's a negative word. So instead of using the word debt, I say, I am financially free, because financially is a good word. It's bringing that energy, that money, little things like that. So you want to keep on doing the steps, visualize the success, see yourself there, feel yourself there. What would it feel like to be gold and be getting that monthly paycheck from building a beautiful team and getting to mentor this group of people who are all like-minded, and like to take the tools that I am showing them and reach out to me for help. And oh my gosh, it feels so good. It already feels good. I'm not gold yet, but I can feel myself there. And I know what I need to do to get there. Stay plugged in, use my tools, do the action, stay positive, all of those things. Learn from every single scenario that happens. Every single thing that happens to me, I think about it, even conversations. I think about it. I'm like, how could that have gone better? And then I adjust so that each time I'm getting better, I'm doing better, I'm learning better, I'm teaching better. Take action and repeat. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. I cannot stress that enough. Honestly, you guys who are here right now don't really need that to be drilled into you because you guys already are taking the action. So you're already doing it. So just keep on, keep doing it, but visualize too. See yourself doing it. Here's a really important slide, I think. I've been very guilty of this in the past, but I definitely don't do it anymore because I already know that where I'm going is my own journey. But this is your journey, your pace. Focus on your progress. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And celebrate your small wins. So, for example, if I just think about Julie, I know I will be a platinum, and I know I'm going to be able to do a really good job. And when I see Julie, I'm like, I cannot wait until I'm at that point. But I also have to remember she's 4 years in. And so I know that what I'm going to do is, instead of comparing myself to her or feeling envious that she's where I want to be, I am going to mimic her, and I'm going to model myself after her because she's where I want to be. So I am going to listen to what she says. I'm going to follow, what she says. And that goes for all of our mentors in leadership, and take the good, the stuff that I know that I can excel in. And if it's something that I don't think, will work for me, then I don't worry about that part. But I really do model myself after the people where I want to be, where they are. Tasha, the way she trains, I love the way she trains. So when she's training, I listen to her. I listen to the way she does things. I have my own style, but there's little nuggets I can take from her. So I look at everybody who is successful and who is where I want to be, and I take little nuggets from them and I apply them to myself. So we're all on our own journey. We're all at different stages, different levels, and just know that your journey is your journey, and focus on what you have going on, and adjust accordingly, and celebrate your small wins. That's so important. Sometimes I'm really bad about that. Like whenever I hit my first, I started building my team. I don't know, what is it, executive?
Yes.
Um, I didn't get recognized, like the little picture and all that stuff. And I didn't care. I didn't even like say, hey, Julia, this, that, because I was like, for one, in my mind, I'm like, well, that's just like not even where I want to be yet. So I'm going to bypass that. Like, I don't care. But that is a win. And Julie had to tell me, no. She's like, oh my gosh, we didn't, celebrate you for that. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. And she goes, no, you need to be celebrated. That's a milestone that you hit. And so celebrate those wins, cheer at the top of the, hill, celebrate every little thing. Be teachable, be coachable. A teachable mind is a powerful tool. A willingness to learn is key to growth. And learning from each other is huge. Being open to learning from everyone. I am open to learning from anybody. I don't care if they're brand new. I don't care. Everybody has something to give, and I can learn from everyone. So I am open to learning from everyone. I'm open to somebody telling me somewhere where they think I could maybe do better by giving me a suggestion. I love that. Tell me. I am definitely not one to be like, well, this is my training, so I'm gonna do it my way. No, if I'm doing a training and somebody jumps in and says, hey, did you know that you could do this, that, and the other? Nothing excites me more than that. That makes my entire day because I'm like, anything I could do to be better, I want to be better. And if somebody tells me something that a suggestion and I'm not really feeling it, that's okay. I'll hear it and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. Doesn't mean I'm gonna apply it, but that's just because everybody has their own style of doing things. I'm open to it still. I'm totally open to it. Like, and we're gonna be so much better and so much further ahead if we have that kind of a mindset, as opposed to, well, this is my way. This is the way I want to do it. Because everything evolves. We're all evolving. And then this is the last one. Life is a wave. Ride the good and embrace grace. So every day is a different part of the wave. The waves come up and then they crash. But they come up again and then they crash. And that is especially, I think there's only females on here, us women that go through our hormones and all that stuff. I know, I can tell what's happening with myself. I'm in tune with my body and what I've got going on, and I know, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more tiffy. I'm gonna be a little bit more not in the mood to do things. This isn't gonna be a good couple of days. So I allow myself that. Oh no, I froze. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's because I put the little wavy thing on here, so it's making my stuff freeze. Um, when I can recognize that I'm in those moments, that's when I give myself the most grace. That's when I'm like, okay, you're gonna be working at maybe 75%, maybe even 50%, but still do the bare minimum to not stop completely and know that once you get past these days, that wave's coming back up. And man, when I can feel it, I can feel that energy and I can feel the gears turning. I'm like, oh, here we go. That's when I run. And I'm just like, I do everything I possibly can do. I feel that positivity and the the creativity and all of that stuff. I go hard at that time because I know that wave's only here for a short amount of time. And when it's gone, it's going to be gone. And then I'm going to be down again. And I allow myself to feel that way. I allow it to happen. I know it's going to happen. I don't worry about it happening. And I know that the good's coming. And so that is the end of my TED Talk. I don't know
Right.
if you guys have anything you want to add or what you thought about that.